Welcome to hole number one of the Players Championship here at TPC Sawgrass. I'm setting up with a pretty conservative play here with a nice accurate club such as the quarterback. I've got the Kingmaker as well to get that right spin. 3 top, 3 right, and you're going to see that I use just about 1 ball of right curl. Now, you can definitely play this drive more aggressively, but this fairway is very sensitive to great balls, and you need to be very accurate here. It might be a nice hole for a Thor's hammer to thread that gap, but the difference I found was not impressive enough for me to try to take that risk. Now you'll see that I'm sitting nicely with the Thorn. I wanted you to see where the rough bump is. There's a little rough bump, but I just need a bit more topspin. These rough, you need to play into them because the edges are quite rounded. So I go with this backspin shot, 5.5 back, and I should have had that third bounce maybe just at before the hole here. 10% max is the play, and I think it's going to really depend on the clubs you have and the way your play style is as to how you'll actually approach this hole. You can definitely go with that aggressive play, but I think each and every time, I'm looking for consistency. So this is what I'm going to kind of go with to start, and we'll see what the tournament has to offer. But all in all, gets it at the target. We'll see you on number 2. Hole number 2, got a Kingmaker and a Sniper here. You'll see that I'm using 5 bars of backspin as we set that up right now. And I'm just getting the tip of that ball guide to the pin. Typically in a headwind, you want it to go through the hole. But I found here that it rolls out at a pretty nice pace. Now, 10% mid plus 1. So you'll see 4.5 there as far as the app is concerned. So I'm going to pull 5.5. Now, I do pull it through the yellow ring as well. And you'll see that I do that throughout the video. Just a kind of style of play that I like on a shot like that. So perfect away, and you'll see how nicely this one comes in. Of course, we'll have to adapt to the tournament conditions, but I think this will give us something that we can work with. Hole number 3, this first par 5 is actually a pretty good chance for Albatross. You'll see I'm on the left-hand side. I'm testing out max top here, and I don't really want to get this one into the rough, or you're really going to have a struggle just to get eagle here. So I'm sizing it up, and I bring it down, I think, to about 3 bars of topspin. It's still going to be a bit much, but as long as you're not too aggressive here, this headwind should slow you down. You could definitely play it with a bar of left spin as well, because that's going to help give you a good angle of approach to the pin. I still make my 10% max adjustment, and you'll see we're gripping it and we're ripping it because we want to get this one far enough that we can reach nicely with the second shot. I played this one a bunch of times with power 3 balls, even with a better tailwind, and I was not able to get close enough with my level of sniper. If you have a sniper 10, I do believe in the right wind that a Titan ball here should probably be enough, or maybe a power 4. But this one, as you can see, gives us room to work with and allows us to make a proper shot here. So I played the second shot at 15% max, and I'm going to give it 5 bars of backspin. And with that drive distance of 363 yards, I played this one at 90% slider. So if you want a bit of a reference for a successful drop, hint, that's probably a good one to indicate and to work from. So from 363 yards, 90% slider, 15%, and I say max, but 15% at slider here, and you're going to give yourself a very nice opportunity. I pushed this one instead of pulling. I don't know. Sometimes it just feels good, so I like to do it. Perfect away. You got to get that done. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Always putting out my best possible Golf Clash content. Let's go. Good luck in this tournament. Hole number 4, I think this is a nice par 4 that's going to be a really must drop in the tournament. I set this one up with 4 bars of topspin, 2 bars of right spin, and I'm going to use an extra mile and a Titan here. Setting it up with that right ring on the yellow ring on the right rough, and we give this a 10% max pull. Half a bar of right curl here, half a ball, I can't talk today, half a ball of right curl, and this one will come in very nicely underneath that tree on the left-hand side. If this one comes in very hot and a bit further, you will find yourself in Endbringer or wedge range, and from that I would play it at 25% max, not just 20. But if you're playing with the Thorn here, I think that 10% min is going to be the number for us. Now, depending on the wind direction, you might be able to count those rings here, but pulling down into the water there, as you can see, kind of gives it a bit of a problem. So I give this one 2 bars of backspin, and I just kind of give it the 10% min treatment. I think 5 rings from min would be 5% slider. So keep that in mind. We really do need to dial this one in when it comes to the live play. But as you can see, you know, we have a couple of options here, and I think this course is going to be a low-scoring one. I mean, yeah, it's only a 9 hole, so don't go crazy, and we don't have as much chance or time to dial in the shots. But all in all, it's going to be fun. I really love the design of this, and I'm looking forward to all the new courses we're going to see with the new PGA Tour deal. Hole number 5, this is an interesting par 5 that requires a very good drive. Depending on the drive, you'll see we've got a strong headwind here. You could play a Titan ball here with a good tailwind and even find yourself in thorn range. However, with the strong headwind here, I chose to show you this more difficult example. I set it up so that I'll have half that red ring in the left rough there at max extension. I give this one the full 4.5 top, 2 bars of left spin. I still do my 10% max adjustment pull, even though it's into overpower. We're going to give this max overpower and a little bit just about half a ball of left curl. A perfect would have been ideal here, but you'll see with the great, because of where that red ring was, we've still got lots of room there. Clears the corner just barely. This is where the perfect would have been better, and rolls it up just a little bit past the tree. Without headwind, you can get that further and you would be in thorn range. However, there's the thorn, but we're just about not quite. We're going to be playing it from very close to minimum Goliath. So you can see I've just got that bounce just onto the fringe. You need to make sure you have enough pull here. And I end up giving this one 5 bars of backspin with the Goliath. That's not bad. This gives us a pretty good look for an albatross. And, you know, with a little bit of tweaking, we can get off to a really hot score on this course. The last couple of holes are a bit more difficult, and I understand that the wind will make a massive impact. But I think we're going to have a real heated Golf Clash tournament, guys. I'm looking forward to it. Don't forget to check out the live stream. I'll be making notes and posting them for free for pro on erelicgaming.com. We'll try to get them even closer than that so you can get that money score. Hole number 6, this par 3, I'm going to show you 2 ways to play. This is with a tailwind because you play it with a completely different club in headwind. I end up with about 3.5 bars of backspin, and I think this at 20% max distance comes in really, really nicely. The bottom of that blue ring with the Goliath 7 is just clipping into the rough at the bottom as a bit of an indicator. And like I said, I'm going to give this a 20% max pull. You'll see the second example here. I'm playing it with the sniper. So, you know, I thought it's just important to show you these 2 shots to give you an idea. 3.5 back, hit perfect here. It's going to give you a very good chance to get a drop. I think the sniper shot actually was a bit more consistent for me. I think you'll like that one. But as you can see, this one puts us in the neighborhood and absolutely gets us ready to dial it in the tournament. Hole 6, once again, I think you're going to really like this effort here. I set this one up again with the navigator and the sniper. So you see just about, but we're right on that min line. So this time I got that ball guide running through the hole, and I'm going to use 5 bars of backspin. And the adjustment here will be 10% min plus 1 ring, which we played just previously, and it seemed to work out very well. So I had the bright idea. I'm like, hey, why don't I use a similar adjustment here? Now, just like the wind here, well, I didn't look at the actual app, but 5.3, I would play 6.3, and I am pulling it through the bullseye here, whatever that notebook number was. I wasn't looking, and hit perfect, baby. I think this is going to give us a really good look for these par 3s, because the par 5s are a bit difficult, but if you can get these ones to drop like this in the tournament, that's the money we're looking for. Hole number 7, our last par 4. If you've got headwind, I do strongly recommend that you lay up here. I've got the Kingmaker and I've got a quarterback. I play this one with 3 bars of backspin, 3 bars of left spin, and I think I give this one a tiny little bit of overpower. But that isn't entirely necessary for this shot. I've got half that red ring into the rough on the left just to keep things safe. Now here I probably could have switched over to an extra mile and then just made the shot with the same spin, but I was still playing it my standard style. I give it a little bit, I think, yeah, just a tiny couple of clicks overpower, nothing of any consequence. There we go. That's what I was talking about. Like a quarter overpower, a couple of rings here. Nothing crazy. The bottom line is just lay it up at the end of the first fairway here, and you're going to lead yourself a nice long iron down to the pin. I will show you, very nice way to play this if the wind is favorable. So as you can see here with the second shot, I'm lining this one up using the Grizzly, anywhere between 1 to 2 bars of backspin, and we are at minimum distance once again. Now, I regret playing this with the top spin. You don't need to use top spin here. I probably should have used no spin or just like half a bar of backspin, because you would think in Headwind that this one would track in quite slowly, but you'll find this one goes past the hole reasonably. You know, it still leaves you for a fine birdie. But all in all, I think, you know, we need to, every green plays a little bit differently. Every shot has its own character, but I want you to just see for yourself so that, we can kind of avoid those little pitfalls. So 10% min, I still think is a very good number here because it's coming right at it, but just a little bit hot. So take a bit off of it. It'll give you a very good look. But speaking of good looks, you just take a look at this. Hole number 7, if you've got any kind of tailwind here, especially right to left tailwind, you can go for the green. Max top, and you want to try to make sure you use all 3 bars of left spin here. This one with a big topper with an extra mile 7, I could not get this one to go, even with this kind of wind. So I played the drive 10% max, and like I said, all the top. Gonna go max overpower here. Well, 10% max pull. There we go. Nice little pull. You can see we're right at max distance already. I gripped this one all the way max left curl. You need it, okay? So do hit perfect though. I think I hit great. Oh, we hit the perfect. Very good. And you'll see how nicely this one can come in. You could still play this, I believe, with an APOC 4 because this one comes in a little bit on the left-hand side, but close there to the rough and rolling over the green. This one leaves us a lovely little end bringer shot. I'm going to show you that end bringer shot just so you can get an idea of how this one plays. Now, this one, it's kind of maybe closer to mid in this distance, but if you're near the side, somewhere between min and mid with your end bringer, you always want to size it up and play according to your landing position. I think this is going to be the way. Obviously, the players are going to try to play if the wind is favorable. If you've got like a power, I don't even know if it's a thing, P5, side spin 4, whatever, and you've got bigger clubs, maybe you've got, APOC 5 or 6, you've got more curl, more power. Yeah, different things you can do here, but I'm trying to provide options for what I consider like an average pro account, EM7, APOC, I think this is like a 4 or 5. Let's get in the hole, baby. Take that eagle and run. Hole number 8, I feel like I found the secret spot here, okay? So I'm playing this with an extra mile and a kingmaker. Playing here with just about 4 bars of topspin, 3 bars of left spin, and I do have that yellow ring very close, if not touching the left rough. I'm trying to get this one as far to the end of this fairway without going into the rough. Now, you'll see we're going to be right by the trees, and it's going to look ugly. However, this is as indicated, as intended, and you're going to see there's a bit of a gap that we can play through here that gives us a very nice look at Albatross. So right down here, behind this bunker, I know it doesn't look great, but believe me, I played this 4, 5, 6 times. I got through every single time, had no problem with tree branches whatsoever. Now, I know we're closer to mid here, but this shot is played with max distance, okay? So I use 3 bars of backspin, 2 bars of right spin here, and I think you're gonna love what you see on this shot. This is the kind of hole, like, I think most people are gonna try to overpower it, give it massive left curl on the drive and stuff like that. I'm gonna play at the end of the fairway and clip it out through these trees because I think this is actually like the secret way to get there. I haven't looked at anybody else's content. I just played and tried to get these videos done as best I possibly could. So this has already been pointed out to you previously, well, at least I found the same route as other people. And I'm very proud to get at least 2 albies in this video, baby. Come on, get in the hole. All right, so the famous hole 17 here, which we're playing as hole 9. I think the Saturn is your best all-around club because you do need some backspin. This shot, depending on the wind, is anywhere between like 3 up to like 5.5 or 6 bars of backspin. You'll see I'm setting up very close to the bunker. If you play it further to the left with more side spin to the right, you'll need more backspin. Just the angle of this slope here, I think, changes the trajectory of the ball flight. I played this one 25 mid plus 1, so that should be about 6.8. And you'll see here I'm taking some backspin off after the adjustment, like just half a bar. I just felt like it kept pulling back a little bit because you're on like an upslope, so it's kicking the ball back a bit. You'll see taking some backspin away here gets us very, very close. I'm going to show you one more cool way to play this hole, just maybe. All right, hole number 9, finally here with a Kingmaker and a Goliath. We got to take a look at this sand bump. Now, 10% max is definitely what I'm adjusting here, and I'm giving this one like 7 or so bars of topspin. And it's, this is a sand bump. It takes a ton of messing around to find the best elevation. I just want you guys to take a look and see. This isn't a spectacular shot, but it kind of gives you an idea, puts a little idea in your head. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys are looking forward to the tournament. I am too. Come on by, check the live stream. See if you can't get a little better than that. Good luck in this Players Championship tournament, and thank you so much for watching.